Boom! Hello, everyone. There we are. Hello there, guys. 100% Chelsea. How are all of you doing? It's good to be on. Giving you this little full-time stream, letting you guys know what I thought, and most importantly, we get to know what you guys think of our game. Now, we're going to have a little chat, a little discussion here. What did you guys think about that? 2-1. We won. I gotta say though, if I'm honest, that end was that was too that was too tense, way too tense. Too much squeaky bum time for my liking. Overall though, I thought it was a great performance. You guys can get a lot more of what I think over on my channel as well. I do a review on there, but I'm gonna go a little bit more in depth here. First off, fantastic. We were brilliant. We were fantastic. But it was also a matter of the fact that Palace were poor. I did say in the run-up to this game, Palace are a team where they can get you. If they're strong defensively, you're going to have a hard time, because offensively, they're actually a very good side. They can actually penetrate defenses. They can score. They can create chances. They can do really well. They've got players like Zaha, Townsend, Schlupp. What's that other striker? Their number 9. I forgot. He missed a ton today. Honestly, if it wasn't for him, I think Palace could have got a result. But if their defense is lacking, they're going to concede. That's the way Palace are. That's just, you know. And our quality up front was just too much. Letting players like Hazard, Willian, you know, those players that can create, for them to actually come out, right, and actually have that freedom to do what they want, that is vital, in my opinion, of the way that we should play every week against any opponent. You've got to let those players have that freedom, because if you take away that freedom from those sort of players, 50% of what you're able to do is gone out the window. Someone like Hazard or someone like Willian. Today, Willian was absolutely brilliant. Star man. Man of the match by 1.5 miles. But as I said, it illustrated what they're really able to do. I want to see those sort of players play like that against Barcelona, against your top teams, against the games against City, United, where we could have actually got results, but we're just relying too much on our defence. Anyway, based on today, the first goal was just great. I mean, the fact that it took a deflection, went in, pretty much we needed that luck. We did need that luck. But moving into the second half now. Moving into that second half was when I really started to see a few cracks. And I have one problem with Antonio Conte. My problem is it takes him about 1.5 years to make a substitution. I mean, what is that about? You know, what is that about? Make the sub. We've got a game on Wednesday against the biggest club on earth, right? And it's our most important game of the season, without a doubt, because this is pretty much our only chance to actually get into the Champions League, unless if we keep winning all our games up until May, which is, I don't know, is that likely? Is that not? Let me know. But we need fresh legs against Barcelona. We need fresh legs. If not, we're screwed. You know, the last 10 minutes of today, and the fact that Palace scored that goal, right? Van Aanholt, with all the freedom he had on that left-hand side, the amount of passing Palace were able to display and get the ball up to our defence very easily is concerning. Because straight after that, we could have conceded another one, and that would have finished 2-2, and that would have been the end of top 4, and that would have created so much controversy and so much pressure. It's unbelievable. Luckily, we managed to stay at 2-1. We cannot play how we did in those last 10 minutes against Barcelona. We just can't, because if we do, we're going to get punished very severely. You know, we have to make sure that everyone is focused, everyone is, you know, knowing their role, everyone is contributing what they're meant to contribute, and there needs to be some sort of harmony. I feel we lack that harmony. As I said, luckily Palace are just not that strong enough to be able to really take it to us, if you know what I mean. If it was a better side, they could have hurt us. They really could have. But I'm just happy. Right now, I'm just happy. We got the win. I'm sure all of you are happy. We got the win. You're going to hear a lot more of the other guys as well. Lawrence is going to post his review straight after this. You're going to hear the fan cams and hear what the others think about it with Louis and the rest of the team. But I want to hear what you guys think about this game now. Let me know in the comments. We're going to run through a few of your comments in terms of how you felt we did. I'm going to read a few out very shortly. But that today's win leaves us still in 5th, to be fair. Tottenham still have to play. Liverpool lost, which is great. United and Jose did us a favour there, with all due respect. I mean, they're going to finish second now, I think. So it's better if they just beat Liverpool and beat Tottenham whenever they're able to, because that helps us a lot. But, yeah, at least still leaves us in 5th, but we're closer. Hopefully, Tottenham drop points tomorrow, because if that happens, top 4 is blown wide open. What we thought might have been dead is very much alive, but it does count on Tottenham. On Tottenham, hopefully dropping points. But yeah, let me know in the comments. I'm going to start reading out your comments a little bit. Someone just asked, is this going to be a regular thing? Yes, it is. It is, and not just me. Today it's only me, but in future. Next few games up until the end of the season as well, we're going to be having other guys on that are going to come on straight away, along with myself, and we're going to be talking straight post-match analysis, post-match reaction and feedback, and up until when Lawrence posts his review, then you'll see that, and then you'll see the fan cams come all one after the other. No chaos today, unlike West Ham. I'm sure all of you heard about what happened at West Ham. That is mad. Absolutely insane. We're not at that point. We're definitely not at that point. I'm going to start reading some comments. Someone said, Younes, should Giroud start against Barcelona? Yes. Look, we can't go in against Barcelona with no striker. I just, no. We need to give ourselves some sort of chance to score. Because we have to. Barca have that away goal. We put ourselves in that situation now. So we have to score at the Nou Camp. We have to put the ball in the net. I don't see how we're going to do that without a striker. Do you know what I mean? We have to go. And personally, based on today's performance, I haven't spoken about Morata yet. Look, you guys know me, especially you guys who are old school on this very channel. You know how I am and you know how honest I can be, right? I'm going to be exactly how I'm going to say what I feel. When Morata came on today and he had those 2 shots, I'm sorry, in his time off or his time not being picked, has he actually been in the gym working out? Has he skipped leg day like every single time? You know, the guy's got no power in his shot whatsoever. It's scary. He's meant to be a 70 million striker. I expect his shots to be lethal. Bloody hell, they're soft. They're soft. But anyway, I would go with Giroud. I feel he has a lot more to offer. He's a target man. He brings the ball down. He links up with Willian perfectly. He links up with Hazard perfectly. And he enables the freedom to come into play. You know, Hazard feels a lot more free. Willian feels a lot more free. Defenders are drawn to Giroud, who leaves a lot more space to Willian and leaves a lot more space to Hazard. Morata can't do that. And against Barcelona, if we're going to have any sort of chance on the counter-attack, there has to be a focal point up there to bring the ball down and let the 2 wingers run past him and feed it. I think that's the only way we're going to score against Barcelona, is if we catch them on a counter. And the only way we catch them on the counter is if we can get the ball to Giroud and then he supplies it to either side and we go and score. I think, you know, or if Giroud does a Torres. Or Morata could do a Torres, but he literally needs no defenders next to him. You know, that's not going to happen again. But anyway, that's Barcelona talk. Yeah, but personally, yeah, I would go with Giroud up top. Someone said, watch us play a false 9. Morata's Diego Costa's sister? That's harsh. Come on. That's harsh. Most of Willian's goals have come from the left. Should Hazard and Willian swap positions? That's a... Problem is that they're both right-footed. So you can't really... You know, if Willian does it from one side, then it means Hazard's going to do it from the other side as well. You know, if Hazard's on the left and Willian's scoring from the right, if Willian comes on the left, he's going to be scoring from the left, and Hazard might score from the right or might not. It'll still be the same, personally. I don't think that'll make much of a difference. What's wrong with Morata? His attitude and body language just sucks, and seriously, Conte complains about not getting players and doesn't use the ones he gets. What does Emerson have to do, man? Okay, yes, this is a point of today where I couldn't understand. We have to rest Alonso for Barcelona. We have to rest other players for Barcelona. Emerson is sitting there, not playing. And today I honestly thought, I said it in my preview, I did say, Emerson has to play. Surely, this is the game where he starts. We get to see Emerson play. He didn't even come on. I mean, is he not ready? Did we sign someone for how many? How much was he? 23 million. I think he was. Was that 23 million just down the toilet or something? I don't know. I honestly expected Emerson to play today and give Alonso that rest, so then on Wednesday Alonso will be ready. But today Alonso played a full 90. Is Emerson going to play against Barca? Maybe he's going to play against Barca. Or does Conte not think he's ready? So why did we get him? But did Conte bring him? Or did the board buy him? Again, look, there's so many unanswered questions. So much uncertainty. We don't know what's going on. I don't know. But yeah, today I honestly think Emerson should have played. Emerson really should have played. It would have been a great opportunity to see him. Younes, Zappacosta or Moses? Some of you know how I feel about them. Some of you don't. I'm not a Moses fan. I'm just not. Yes, he's physical. He's got a great presence. That's about it. That's about it. Honestly, I don't think he contributes anything else. Yes, he can score once in a while. He can put a ball in the net once in a while. He can't cross a ball. His what's the word? His intelligence on the ball lacks for me. I think Zappacosta has a lot more of it. But yes, there are points Moses has that Zappacosta doesn't. For example, that physical presence. Moses is the man. But hey, anyway, more comments. Let me know what you thought about today. How did you think that we shaped up? How did you think we did? And how did you think that we ended that game? I want to hear how you thought about what you thought about the end. You know, that last 5-10 minutes where we really could have let go. Is that concerning, or do you think that's just something that's bound to happen at the end of the game? If your opposition gets a goal, you have to sit back, and that's just the way it does. Let me know. Let me know. Someone says Moses was amazing versus Barca. He was. I won't take that away from him. 100%. Chelsea. Someone said the defense is weak. Possibly. Possibly. Christensen doesn't have enough experience. He had a mistake today. He made a mistake today, and it almost cost us a goal. And I'm glad it didn't, because if it did, I think that would have been his confidence shattered. But yeah, he's learning. I don't want to go in on Christensen. I think he's fantastic. He's a top defender. He contributes brilliantly. The way he's imposed himself into the team has just been phenomenal. He's young. He's got loads more to learn, and I think he's got a big future. But yes, recently, yeah, he's been lacking. He's been lacking. What do you think of Ross Barkley? I don't know. I can't even judge. The guy's not even playing. He's injured all the time. I said this when we bought him. The guy's missed the A&E. Why is he even in the team? I don't know. I don't know. Right, your comments are coming in fast. I'm going to miss quite a lot, all right? I'm just picking out ones at random. Start David Luiz versus Barca. He's injured. Unfortunately, he's injured. I know there's a theory, there's a conspiracy going on that he might not actually be injured. I think he is, personally. The way his body language is from the bench, because you can see him, he was sitting next to Rudiger today. They were laughing, joking, whatnot. He's injured. He's injured. He can't hold the ball for the wingers to come in. That's about Morata. I agree. Someone said, what was better, Chelsea in 2015 or now? Look, honestly, 2015. You know, it's just the way it is. We were great in 2015. We won the league. we looked a lot more solid. We had a little bit more of a structure going on. But 15-16 happened, and that was our worst season of all time. Actually, not of all time. We got relegated at one point, but let's not talk about that. The scenes if Palace equalised. That's why I'm glad they bloody didn't. Why Conte does not play Emerson? Again, I have no idea. Do you think Christensen should play against Barcelona? His mistakes are getting much. I think he needs some rest as he's still young to play. Who would you play? Cahill? Look, as much as I like Cahill for the fact he has experience, he's been there and he's done it. He was there in 2012. He was on that pitch when we had 10 men and we needed our defence to give everything. He was one of them, him and David Luiz. But he was a lot younger. He was a lot fresher. He was a lot more agile. He was a lot more composed, a lot more confident. He's not now. Let's be real. If we put him up now against Messi, at the Nou Camp, God forbid, I would play Christensen. I would. I just would. Even though he's not experienced, but the same inexperience that Cahill had in 2012, when he got the job done, is the same for Christensen now. So I would play Christensen. Do you think there is something wrong with Conte as he doesn't celebrate like he always does? Well, again, I think today was just a matter of the fact, because today, when we scored, he did that. But that's it. That's just a matter of the pressure being a little bit relieved. That was a case of actually just, we scored, great. Let's not get carried away. Because he knows we're not 100% right now. He knows that we're not confident. We're not, if we concede, everything could just fall apart. So I just think that's why his celebrations are a bit low-key at the moment, because he knows that if he starts going crazy like Klopp and then loses the game, it's going to look a bit silly. Someone says start Bakayoko. I don't know about that one, to be honest. I don't know about that one. Should we play full attack or counter-attack? You have to play counter-attack. To play full attack is just suicide. It's a suicide. Unless if our defence was ready for it, which they're not. Personally, they're not. So I think we should play on the counter. I'm assuming this is against Barca you're talking about. Yeah, we should play on the counter. Zaha is such a problem. When he came on, I forgot who got injured, but when he came on, I thought, oh my God, here we go. We might actually concede now. Because I was happy. We scored and I was like, yeah, this is great. We're going to win this game now. And then Zaha came on and I thought, he shows up like he's Cristiano Ronaldo against us every single time, especially earlier on in the season. And we lost that game. And I thought, Palace, maybe my 2-2 is going to come true. And towards the end, my fears were starting to shape, But yeah, Zaha's a good player. He's a good player, very good. 3-4-3 or 3-5-2 against Barca. I would go 3-4-3. I don't trust our 3-5-2, to be fair. I just don't. I would play 3-4-3. We should play 4-3-3. To be fair, I would. But our team's not adapted to it at all. We can't just tell them to play 4-3-3 now because they've been playing 3 at the back for the last 2 years. Would rather see us sign Bailey over Zaha, to be fair. Bailey would be a very good signing, to be fair. Not a lot of people know too much about him, but I think he'd be a good striker. Hey, Younes, you're the best. Worldwide Chelsea. Worldwide Chelsea, how you doing? We did a live stream on Worldwide Chelsea, and yeah, if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. Just before the first leg at Barca, that was pretty good. At Conte Tweets is the Twitter handle as well, so be sure to follow and subscribe. Christensen poor again. That's 4 games in a row now. What's happened to him? It happens. The guy's young. As I said, I'm not gonna lay into him. I'm not gonna say he's this and that. No. Look, he's a top defender. He's got loads to learn, as I've said, but he's in a situation where he really is able to develop into a monster defender. He's a regular starter at Chelsea Football Club at the age of, how old is he? 23. You can't ask for more, and he's playing brilliant. He's had 4 slip-ups, well, 3 main slip-ups, and today where he almost had a slip-up, but he didn't. So he can go into the Barca game confident. As I said, he's got to play regularly, and he'll come good. He'll come good. Don't worry. The comments are coming in fast. Christensen needs to improve his long passes. Yes, I agree. Rudiger's very good at that. He's 21. All right, cool. Christensen's 21. There we are. So that makes my point even more relevant, to be fair. Can Barkley get to Lampard's level? No, not from the hospital bed. He needs to play, which he's not. So, yeah, no chance. Loftus-Cheek next season? 100%. I think he'll be ready. We need to incorporate those youngsters that have come out of the youth team now and need to play football, need to come into the first team squad. They have to. The same way Christensen did, we need to start incorporating those midfielders, Tammy Abraham maybe for our strikers. We ain't got strikers. We've got Giroud and Morata. We need a third. Bring back Tammy Abraham. Yes, we do. Ampadu's on the bench. He needs development. We do have youngsters that can turn into proper class players. But yeah, 100%. Yeah, someone just said Tammy Abraham. Yeah. I think Hazard needs to start shooting. That's a very good point. He needs to have that killer instinct in him rather than playing passes a lot. I agree. If you look at those top players, Ronaldo, Messi, Neymar, top players, they're going for goal. And if they see that they can't go for goal, then they're looking for the option. But they're going to make sure they put the ball in the net. Hazard, as well as he can score, as well as he plays, and as well as he contributes, he needs to have that bit more of a killer instinct. That yeah, today's going to be my day. And he did have that attitude against Barcelona, and he had it. They were ganging up on him, but he had it. And that's where Willian was given a lot more freedom. Do you know what I mean? Willian was given a lot more space and time because everyone was focused on Hazard and they didn't really see the threat of Willian. If Hazard steps up his game, yeah, that helps so much. Someone said, I've got a feeling Morata might leave because he wants to be the main man. Well, he needs to prove himself. With all due respect, right, he's a £70 million striker. He should be playing every game, much like Lukaku is at United. But every time he plays now, he does nothing. I don't know if he's cursed or if someone put some voodoo on him or something. I don't know. But he needs to up his game. Yes, he's lacking confidence. But the only person that can bring that confidence back is him. You can't help someone that can't help themselves. Right? He needs to pull something out the bag. It's as simple as that. You're a world-class striker. You're meant to be. You need to pull it out of the bag somehow. Somehow. When you go into the game, you need to put it in your head. I'm going to score today, no matter what. Whoever likes it, likes it. Whoever doesn't, doesn't. I don't care. I'm going to score today. He comes across too much as a nice boy. And he's not ruthless. If he had that ruthlessness in him, and he just thought, you know what, I'm going to get the ball and run with it. I don't care anymore. And he comes across with that attitude, he might actually put the ball in it. And he might actually be a big threat. I have faith in him to an extent. I believe he has it in him. I just don't know if he's going to get it out of himself. Do you know what I mean? But hey. Let me know. More comments. There's tons coming through. You guys are doing fantastic. Let me know. You guys are doing brilliant. As I said, not long now until Lawrence's review pops up. I'm going to be here for the next maybe 5-10 minutes. Should Moses start against Barca after the performance today? I think he's going to be fair, and I think he should, to be fair, just for the fact he's physical and he can create problems physically. I think, yeah, Moses should be on the pitch against Barcelona. Someone said Zappacosta's better than Moses. Debatable. Personally, I do like Zappacosta better than Moses in terms of a whole package, if you know what I mean. But we need to take each game as it is and look at for each attribute that we need. And Barcelona, I think we can boss them, we can bully them off the ball. So I think, yeah. Someone said Emerson needs to start. Yes, he does. Yes, he does urgently. Giroud was excellent today. Giroud was brilliant today. I highlighted this earlier. As I said, the way he links up, he looks comfortable. He looks happy. It's a shame he didn't score because there was that goal line clearance where the ball was going in and it passed the keeper and it was great defending. But Giroud, yeah, if he scored today, that would have been nice. But he looks happy. He looks good. He was gutted when he came off. He had that face where he was like, oh, do I have to come off? He wanted to stay on, and that's the sort of player you want. You want that striker that wants to give everything. And yeah, Giroud has it. Giroud definitely has it. Technically, can be better, but he definitely has that in him. You know. Zuma. Someone mentioned Zuma. Yes, I've completely forgotten about that guy. He needs to come back next season. We urgently need Zuma back in that team. You know, and maybe Cahill will wake up. You know, maybe. But yeah, I honestly think Christensen, Zuma, that would be good. That would be very good. That probably, I don't know, obviously there's the whole rumour about Antonio Conte. Is he staying? Is he not? Is he going to be with us? Is he leaving? I don't know. If he's leaving, we might go back to a back four. If that's the case, and Rudiger goes to right back maybe, or Azpilicueta, I don't know. We'll have loads of options, but I think the two centre-backs can be Christensen and Zuma. I think, you know, young, powerful, technical. That would be good. Someone said, let's sign Torres. Yeah, just for 90 minutes. That would be great. And then we can send him back to Atletico. If Atletico can just let us borrow him for 90 minutes, that would be fantastic. That would be great. The main problem, Chelsea, at the moment, is that Conte has already has lost the dressing room. That's debatable, to be fair. If you look at today's performance, there were players that were giving it. You know, there wasn't players down in tools. So I can't say he's lost the dressing room. But I think the pressure is there. I think he's at a point where maybe he can't give any more. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if the players are playing for him or they're playing just because they have to play, or I don't know. It's debatable. But the next week, it's gonna reveal a lot of things about us. A lot. Let's see how we play against Barcelona. Then we got Leicester in the FA Cup. Let's see how that goes down. And if we win that, we end up in the semi-final. Maybe that brings up the mood again properly. But I can understand Conte's frustration completely. Is he going? Is he not? Though we'll have to wait and see. Personally, I wouldn't mind him staying, but I feel he needs to adapt a little bit better. He needs to be a little bit more flexible with his tactics. He needs to be a little bit more approachable, willing to change things when things aren't going right. Today, again, another illustration was today's substitutions against Palace. Why it takes him forever to make a sub, I don't know. I don't know. What's the point against Crystal Palace of taking off Hazard to bring on Pedro with 3 minutes to go? It makes no sense. 0 sense. And for that, I criticise him. For that, I go, what's the point? You might as well leave Hazard on for the next 3 minutes and finish the game with Hazard. You might as well, because there's no point of bringing Pedro in for 3 minutes where he's going to probably touch the ball once, maybe even not. He's going to go back to the dressing room. He doesn't even need to have a shower. He's just going to get dressed, and there's no point again. Do you know what I mean? There's no point to his substitution sometimes, and that makes me a little bit annoyed at times. But I don't know if he can adapt a little bit better and be a little bit more flexible. Why not keep him? Why not? As long as the players are playing for him, why not? But again, that's a topic for another day. There's loads and loads of problems at the club in terms of this issue, backing the manager, letting him get his targets, the players playing for the manager. Is the manager the perfect manager for the club? I don't know. But hey, look, we're not West Ham. It's as simple as that. Someone said it's cool slowing play, bro. There were no needs for subs. Well, there was a need for sub, I reckon. We got Barcelona. Bring on Emerson, take off Alonso. Bring on Pedro, take off Hazard with half an hour to go, maybe. Or take off Willian and put on Pedro for half an hour. Bring on Ampadu. If we're winning 2-0 and it's looking comfortable, I trust Ampadu. He doesn't make mistakes. There were opportunities to save some energy for some of those players for Wednesday. If it wasn't for Wednesday, I'd say, yeah, we don't need to make any subs. We're winning. Why change a winning team? But we got Barcelona. Do you know how important this game is? This is huge. I don't know. What has Emerson got to do to get a game? Yeah, I've said already. I have no idea. Younes, what do you think of the West Ham fans invading the pitch? Look, as I said, this is a Chelsea channel, so I don't want to really go into West Ham too much. I would happily speak about that on my channel separately because, even though it's Chelsea orientated, I can broaden it out a little bit. I'm going to say this. With what happened at West Ham today, and this is a fan channel, so I feel it's appropriate, I have to say this. We're not big fans of West Ham, let's be real. As Chelsea, we don't really like them much. They don't really like us. But in terms of football, and speaking from a neutral point of view, I completely understand and I sympathise with what the West Ham fans did today. I'm not saying it's a good thing and it's the correct thing to do, but I think it was a necessary thing to do. Their club is going down the toilet, and we thought ours was bad. We thought we're still competing for top 4. West Ham are fighting for relegation. We have problems at our club, but West Ham's are just... They've gone way too far. Way too far. Those owners have gone way too far. And I feel that those fans, yeah, they took things into their own hands. They took it into their own matters, and I can't blame them. I can't blame them. There's a separation between boards, people that run football clubs and supporters. Whereas before, back in the day, it was very close. Fans were very much part of the structure of the club, and now it's just that gap is getting wider and wider and wider. And we're seeing it everywhere. Arsenal have seen it. We're seeing little glimpses of it, but West Ham has just gone down the toilet. I mean, honestly. So again, I don't blame them. Right, let's go back to Chelsea. Let's go back to Chelsea. If Hazard leaves, If Hazard leaves, who's on the brink to replace him? I don't know. Let's just hope he doesn't go. Let's focus on that first. But anyway, last thoughts I'm going to leave you with in terms of today's game. Very happy in terms of the first half. Second half, not so great. Yes, the third goal just wasn't going in. I'll happily say that the third goal wasn't going past the line. But we really need to learn how to be a lot more disciplined defensively, how to shut poor positions off. That way we don't face any threat, especially from a team like Crystal Palace that really shouldn't be posing us much of a threat. Yes, we had, I think the stat today, we had like 27 chances on goal, I think it was, compared to Palace, who had like 8 or 9. I'm not sure, I need to look at that stat again, but it was huge. For it to only finish 2-1 shows that we're not clinical enough, and we need to be. Because if we're struggling defensively, we need to compensate that offensively. And if we're not doing that, we end up losing games. That's just the way it works. So, fingers crossed, we don't perform how we did in those last 10 minutes against Barcelona. I'm confident for Barcelona. There's going to be a lot more content on here in the run-up to Barcelona, so be sure to check that out. But hey, anyway, thank you all for your comments. It's been a pleasure being back on 100% Chelsea in this sort of capacity. It's going to be a regular thing from now on. Be sure to just know that, guys. It's going to be a regular thing. There's these live streams. And again, not just me. Today it's only me, but there's going to be loads of discussions. We're going to get other Chelsea YouTubers on and have little full-time post-match analysis and reaction with other guys. You'll see in the run-up to the next few games until the end of the season, you're going to see loads of them coming through. So, yeah, be sure to check out for those. Be sure to keep an eye out for those. Lawrence's review is coming up very imminently, so be sure to check that out. And then the fan cams will come with Louis and everyone at the bridge who's going to give their post-match reaction and what they think about today's game. So be sure to check all of that out. Subscribe to 100% Chelsea. Again, thank you all for all of your comments. It's been a pleasure being back on. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see all of you very, very soon. So again, thank you guys. Been a pleasure. I'll see all of you soon. Take care, guys, and peace.